It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Ravens and the Bulls. Next on Madden NFL 22.
Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And able to get this across the 20, but now much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
Touchdown, Chargers! Josh Palmer, 37 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You got a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. So that one will be accepted. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
There we go, dude. That's the way to hit.
And it's 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, it's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those hip fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. Throw got him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And his pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. Donald Purdue from 6 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there just before halftime. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That's on the former Army Ranger, Alejandro Villanueva. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. To throw is Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down past the 30. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now it's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They went empty backfield weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The return is Duvernay. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line. That's the
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jerry Tillery, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. 8 yards to go on second down.
56 for Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Herbert now. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Ravens ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson now. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. L.A. readies for its next possession. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. Eckler going to get it again on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, here's Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. It's fourth down. Ty Long in punt formation for the Chargers. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.